So here we are at part 2 of making the Wookiee feed a little bit better. So let's jump right in and start working on it. So I wanted to have a little more flare on the feet. This is obviously too much. This is the inside, so I'm going to start working on this first and then kind of make this look a little bit better. So first off, you're going to take this. I wonder if this might be better to do whatever on the belt sander. So we're going to try that. If it makes it go faster, I'm all for it. The belt sander was working pretty good, but I'm going to try something else. I'm going to go and try my electric knife. What I'm trying to do is get a lot of this material off of here because I got too much, and I knew I had too much. A lot of this right now is just trying to find a nice angle. Alright, this is working pretty good. So I'm just going to keep going. honestly, I just pulled my piece apart. Alright. This is the joint that wasn't glued on very good. Oh well. So I've got a little bit of a working. Got two things I need to do. One, re-glue the crap out of this. So it works better. So I'll keep working on this part. Alright. Now I've got that part done. Kind of rough. But I need to get more of a, I need to get more here. I want to kind of flatten out because, again, all I've done is just make wider feet. But I really want this to be cut down a lot. So I'm going to try to go that should be where they meet. This side Alright, so that's where that one is. Now I gotta, well, I can do it partially. Now we'll go over here to the sander. Alright, so kind of starting to get what I want. I think I'm close enough now, blocking it out. Start working it by hand a little bit. Just to get some more chunky stuff off. And this is not easy because it's kind of separating a little bit. What I want to do, just kind of, it's not easy at all when it's separating like that. So I think I have to hand sand it to get it more in line. But for right now, I have to re-glue it. So, remember what I said, we were going to use the 3M polystyrene insulation spray. I'm just going to do it right here. So, you spray some on both sides. Let it dry. Obviously I used the wrong stuff the first time because I've got all these little cavities and it never really did right. The acetone, I use a very light spray to try and make up for the acetone in there, and that just don't work. So lay it in there. We'll come back in a few minutes. So we've had 10 minutes or so. And now I'm going to put the two pieces back together. Hopefully put them better than they were before when they slipped around and were all wonky. Let's see if I can do this right. There we go. Oh, that's better. Got some shaving to do. I don't know how it will hold together, but you know what? This is a test. So I'm gonna do this. Let's see. I want to put some weight on there. Strap it down or something. Let's see what I can do. All right. There we go. All right, let that set up. Well, I can say one thing for sure. This looks a lot better. It's not perfect, but it certainly doesn't feel like it's gonna, like I can, you know, it's got enough support now on that side. And that's the inside arch. So foot rolling inward ain't going to happen with this little bit out there. So I made the foot wide enough to be stable on the inside. Now whether that's going to work with, you know, making me keep my feet farther apart, I don't know. But now I'm going to move on to trimming this one. And this stuff was a little bit much for the turkey carver. It would have worked, but this is denser, so I'm gonna work with this one. So I'm gonna put a little clamp on it just to give me something some stability there. I think on this side, I want to kind of cut this. I want to do this. I want to use this kind of profile. So I want to come down and at the very end come out on the outside. I got more support on this side, but I think on this side, that's what I want. It's more of that shape. So I think I'm going to do that on the belt sander. Alright, so kind of got the profile I want. Let's see if I can take the rasp to it. Just kind of just want to work this down just a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to use my orbital sander. Try to sculpt it a little bit. Looks a lot better, but I feel like I need a little bit more there. So, back to the belt sander. All right, I'm honestly pretty happy with this. So, get the focus going here. You can see I made these little outriggers. I'm not worried too much about these gaps, or really this. Not ideal, but that's the point of this is I want to get the flare right. Now I may come in here and fill in this, but I'm probably going to put a piece of exercise foam on the bottom. In fact, I am going to put a piece of exercise foam on the bottom. So while I may come in here with some of that expandable foam and fill this in, just to give it, you know, a little more stability, I don't have to, because this whole thing's going to be taped up anyway. So the question is, do I have bumps that I don't want to see? Here's one, but that's easy to take care of. There you go. Hit it on the sander. I think this is ready for the next test. So I can put my shoe in there and get my tape. And I can do a test of just taping the shoe in there. So let's see what we get. So I'm trying to leave it loose at the top of the shoe because that's where you jam your toes into, and the last one I did a little too tight. So I'm just coming around it. All right. So now I have a test shoe. Honestly, it feels pretty good. Just looking at it here, it feels a whole lot more like I'm not going to roll my ankles as much. Maybe that's the problem some people have with these setups, is they make the shoe too narrow, so you're walking on this very narrow, and it's easy to just kind of, but adding these extra wide foot pad helps. So now we'll do a test. All right, here's the test. I'm already looking down thinking this side looks already a whole lot more realistic than the other side. And I also feel like, I mean, even while I've got a lot of rock in here because I don't have anything on the bottom, that pad, they feel so much more stable. Having that wider base gives me a lot more. Now from the side, here's a new profile, and I think that's going to play a whole lot better. Just looking down, it looks better. It looks a lot more like a foot, and then when you add the toes on there, this is going to look really good. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing on the other shoe. I'm going to keep finishing this one up, this left one up, and I'll move to the right one. But so, you know, a Wookiee shouldn't be standing like this anyway. It's always going to be standing with his feet apart. This is going to make you definitely have to put your feet apart. So now Chewie's going to have a foot that is substantially wider, and I may do some carving on the back because I'm looking at it and it's kind of, if you look, that probably doesn't need to go that steep. Or maybe I need to round some of that extra off on the back, but it does give a lot more stability. It's not really any heavier. I mean, it's minimal because I trimmed off most everything else. So there you go. We'll see how it goes now. So now the next thing is to build the hair skirt that's going to go all around there, and it'll latch up here and it'll flare out and go all the way around. So yep, I like this profile, which gives me more of a toe, a forefoot, than this one, which doesn't. And I don't think there's going to be, I mean, stability-wise, it's better. So I think this was an improvement. There you go. So I like these. It's a big improvement on the left side is a big improvement on the right side. I feel more stable. I don't feel like I'm going to roll my ankle any on the left side because even if I try, I really can't. I like the way the profile looks, more like a foot and less like just a big lump. So I think it's going to be a whole lot more natural there and make my Chewie better. So this is part 2. So I've got, looks like my trial worked. I'll claim success. My trial worked. And now it's just a matter of doing the other side and then finishing it. I haven't figured out if I'm really going to glue the shoe onto the base, because that means every time if I need to rebuild these, I got to go buy new shoes. And I'm finding the tape's really holding well. I don't know. If you have an idea or a suggestion, comment below. Come on, like and subscribe. I'd love to get up to 100 subscribers so then I could create my own custom URL channel about building this stuff. So please subscribe. That's all I'm saying. We help each other out. So anyway, that's it for now. Peace.